So as we saw there, the winners of the U23 men's double sculls, Poland winning their first gold medal here at the 2024 World Rowing Championships, and will now take us over to the U23 men's 4 final as we start out in lane number 1 with Italy's crew, as you can see on your screen there, in the blue uniforms. And lane number 2 is New Zealand. Lane number 3, the reigning champions, Great Britain. Beside them in lane number 4, looking for another medal here today, Australia. In lane number 5 seats France. And finally, in lane number 6, Romania. So like I said, Great Britain won gold in this boat class
Italy
at the World Rowing U23
Zealand,
Championships last year.
Great Britain, Australia, France, Romania. Attention.
And there they go. So Great Britain, like I said, one of the favorites here after they created this team, who was made up of 4 different rowers who won gold in the men's 8s, the coxless 4 in the pairs, and have now come together for this year's coxless 4.
How amazing is that? Having these amazing athletes in these different disciplines come together as one, and now for a chance to be gold medalist once again.
The British have got out to their pace here now, sitting around 40 strokes per minute, just edging ahead of New Zealand.
Again, we see a really close race up until that 1,500 meter mark. That's when crews will turn it up into high gear, give it all they got. Between first and 6, not even 10 meters between them as they cross the 500 meter mark.
Look at those splits, Micah, so tight between first and 6th place. The top 3 as it stands, Great Britain, New Zealand, and then Australia in 3rd, with the Italians pulling out the top 4. The Italian crew has 2 reigning World U23 champions on board, so a lot of experience for that crew. They did that in the Cox 4 last year in this World Rowing Championship.
Currently in 6th place, France. Wouldn't sleep on them too early, 15 meters behind the leaders in Great Britain. Won bronze last year in this discipline. 3 of the crew are back to try and improve on that position. And in 3rd place, 14 meters behind Great Britain, the Australians, all medalists last year, 2 silver in this boat class, and 2 bronze from the coxless pair, So again, a lot of medals in previous years in this race. Only 3 to give out to the boats here. 4 seconds difference between everyone on the water right now.
This race now starting to expand between the first and last place team. France currently sitting in that 6th position, now 4 seconds behind Great Britain in first place. A 10-meter gap, now 11 between New Zealand and Great Britain for top 2, Australia in 3rd place. Romania has now moved up in the top 4, France and Italy fighting for 5th right now. The stroke rate so consistent, may not be the highest for Great Britain, but very efficient with each catch, each stride. And they're holding on to this lead right now, extending it away from New Zealand.
These athletes don't necessarily train all year round together as they go to school. In the 2nd seat for Great Britain, Fergus Woolnough at Hartbury College this past season, is where he started to row.
So past the 3/4 mark, 500 meters to go. Great Britain has held on to the lead since the start of this race. Now 15 meters ahead of New Zealand. The Italians increasing their stroke rate now at 44 strokes per minute. Here they sit 28 behind the leader. The Romanians and the French all neck and neck in 4th position. Australians and New Zealand in 2 and 3 heading into the red buoy territory.
The speed of these boats are absolutely insane. After 1,800 meters of the race, they still have enough to go 5.5, even almost 6.5 meters per second for a total there of almost 21 kilometers an hour. Great Britain from start to finish dominant. Australia and New Zealand currently in the medal positions.
What an amazing finish this will be. Great Britain is looking at like the front runners to win gold in the U23 men's 4. They lead by around 11 meters ahead of the Australians. New Zealand just behind them. It's going to be really tight for second. Great Britain will win gold. Who will win silver? It looked like Australia might have just beaten out New Zealand. We'll wait the final times, but the winner, Great Britain, you can see the jubilation on their face with a time of 5:45.29. Australia just narrowly beating out New Zealand will win silver with a time of 5:46.89. And only 12/10 of a second behind them will be New Zealand's 5:47.01. What a finish to that race it was, Mike.
We talked about the pedigree of all of the boats on the water in that race. The Australians proving that they deserve to be in 2nd place, narrowly over New Zealand, having a great final sequence to just edge out the boats wearing the black singlets. New Zealand. Gold will be Great Britain, silver Australia, bronze New Zealand, 4th is France, 5th Italy, and 6th Romania.
So Great Britain will defend